All right. Grand Rising, everyone. It's good to see you. Warning. This will be a graphic video. It's good to see everyone. Everyone's getting their Ascension symptoms. Everyone is, feeling a little off, a little tummy. But remember, Light Warriors, you ain't dying. You're experiencing Ascension symptoms. And you might be experiencing at this time activations and or clearing in the solar plexus chakra. You know, when this energy comes in, just like everything hits a certain frequency, like a tuning fork, it's going to hit you in your solar plexus chakra right now. If you're feeling your tum-tum is going off the charts, why don't you let Uncle Mike know in the chat? Why don't you write in the comments that your tummy is going all over the place right now? You might even, experience a little death in the stomach, yeah. Oh, this is going to be a tremendous video. You got to stay tuned. I'm gonna be really breaking it down because I'm going to be sharing real life experiences. Recently, someone on my journey she went through the same exact experience that I went through. About maybe almost 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I went through this experience. I would not wish this experience on anyone. But since I actually had the same experience that she had, I was able to kind of coach her through it, and she made it out okay. And I'm going to be talking about this today, and then I know someone else that went through a different type of experience, but also in the solar plexus chakra. So we're gonna be talking about activations, clearing in the solar plexus. We're gonna be talking about light reception of the different. Thank you, Metaphysical Mike. I love you. I feel so proud. I went to a new job interview this morning despite the crazy control issues and resistance of my ego. I know I am clearing karma. That's beautiful. And thank you very much, Metaphysical Mike. I appreciate the support at this time. Yeah, you got to. We're all clearing ourselves out. You got to stay hydrated at this time. We're going through a lot of changes. We're going through a lot of activations and upgrades. And when we realize we're becoming less matter and more energy, we're actually becoming less dense. You might be purging those densities right now. Oh yeah. Are you hitting the toilet bowl right now? Or maybe you're not able to hit the toilet bowl. When we are going through these experiences, the solar flash is not an ancient myth. It's actually happening right now. And when you go through these very weird, wacky and weird symptoms, you might say, oh, I think I'm dying. But you're not. You're going through Ascension symptoms. And that's why I'm here to speak about it. I'm going to coach you up, Light Warriors. We're hitting the love bowl, Cheddar. The Cheddar Biscuit, hitting the love bowl. Yeah, see, look at that. Look at all the people. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should subscribe to the channel. You could look at this beautiful group chat. Everyone's sharing their tum-tum, their solar plexus symptoms they're having right now. And, I said, you know what, I was coaching this person through it. And then someone else was experiencing something similar, but yet different, a massive pain in the solar plexus chakra. I said, I have to come online tomorrow and I have to teach everyone about this activation. Lady Avani, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. It's my honor to do this. I'm very grateful for all of your support. Oh yeah, the coffee will go right through you sometimes. Oh yeah. So I gave everyone enough time to come on for this. It's a glorious live stream today. We're sending out the healing energies that you need for your solar plexus Yeah, you got to chug down the coffee. Sometimes it'll clean you out. Sometimes it doesn't, though, and I'm going to be talking about this today. So embrace yourself. This will be a graphic video today. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a graphic video. Yeah, it's tremendous. So, you know, we have to have a good time even though we feel very uncomfortable. So we gave everyone enough time to come on. If you haven't done so already, please smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. You'll get all the energy updates, especially these graphic, holy shift energy updates. When you say, oh, I feel like I'm dying, but you ain't dying. You're experiencing ascension symptoms. Yeah, it's tremendous. Yeah, join our group chat so you could talk with your friends 24 hours. We have group chats on Telegram and Discord. And I'm very grateful for all the support on Patreon. The link is in the description. We had a tremendous Zoom meeting last night. The recording of our live, uncensored and raw Zoom meeting is going to be up on Patreon. By the end of the day, I'll have that recording up. And if it calls you to join Patreon, you know, and be part of our Zoom meetings, because we all have to share together. And you know, it's beautiful that a lot of you were able to share last night. And, you know, it's all part of our journey right now. All we could do is share a part of our journey. Oh, that's tremendous. Yeah, the water has to flow. Everything, you know, some things have been maybe a similar energy, where the energy has been stored up and now it needs to start flowing out. So remember, light warriors, you ain't dying. You're experiencing ascension symptoms, and you might be experiencing symptoms in the solar plexus region. Your solar plexus chakra, we have to realize that when we talk about the chakra is not a spiritual wackadoo term. In the ancient Sanskrit, chakra means spinning wheel of energy. The mainstream, you know, the good old media, yeah, they don't talk about these things. You know, they tell you, you know, go take some drugs, take some pharmaceuticals, they'll make you feel better. But actually, our reality is dictated on energy frequency and vibration. And you have a solar plexus chakra, and the energy is coming in right now at this time to activate your solar plexus chakra, or maybe to cleanse and purge your solar plexus chakra. Oh, Grand Rising, everyone's coming into the chat now. It's good to see everyone. Yeah, it's plants over pills. Yeah, that's what it's all about. The pills actually can make you constipated. So you could go through a major activation. The energy comes in and it hits you in a certain region. Remember, we're like organic portals to different dimensions. And these spinning wheels of energy, the chakra systems of our body, they are dictating our physical reality. So you might have, you know, massive pains and swelling in the solar plexus. And Bay Area believer, thank you so much. I appreciate you. The boss, kid, the boss is here. So think about when we have a major activation, massive amounts of light energy coming in, which manifests as thermal energy. That's a lot of heat. That can dry you out. So your insides can get real dry and you can't go to the bathroom no matter what you do. You can't take a poopy doopy. And it's very, today we're talking about poop on our everyday lives. It's good to see you. Don't go anywhere. Or you could go through a massive clearing, cleanse, a big release. And we go big release in the turlet bowl. My papa used to call it the turlet years ago. You got to go to the turlet. So we have to remember that we are receiving light energies, and in that region of the solar plexus, because we have lived in a satanic matrix, the controllers of this realm, they focused all of their attacks on your solar plexus. Have you grown up? Have you experienced a lot of anxiety on your journey? Oh, that satanic cult, they tricked all of our people. They gave out these programs of anxiety. What is anxiety? It's fear of the future. And think about all of the anxiety that people have been dealing with in the last couple of years since the main event started in 2020. And people are seeing these programs, they're seeing the programming, they're saying, oh, I have a lot of fear and anxiety that this biological weapon can kill me. Oh, this country is going to come and blow us up. And people are living with the anxiety in their everyday life day after day. Once again, I've lost the chat. I have to pull it up on another device. This is tremendous. It's like 3 days in a row now. It doesn't matter what I use. I'm very grateful for the support. I have to be prepared no matter what to do these things. So, think about all of the anxiety that maybe you have pulled into your life in recent times. Think about the anxiety that you have pulled into your life over the course of your journey. Your job. Can't pay the bills, got to pay all these taxes, got to pay taxes on your house, got to pay taxes from your job. You have to pay the grocery bills, all these bills, and then after you pay taxes on the money you made, you have to pay taxes when you pay your grocery bills that are already sky high. So a lot of people have a lot of anxiety right now. How am I going to pay my bills? Everything's going up, but our jobs aren't going up in salary, or maybe you got unlawfully fired from your job because you didn't put a bioweapon inside of you, and that's very it's unlucky for you. But a lot of people have been dealing with this solar plexus chakra region. All right, so it's really a shitty time. Cheddar Biscuit, thank you so much. Belly issues my whole life. Self-acceptance has actually helped more than anything else. The solar plexus wants to drive, not be stuffed with food. Yeah, it's true. The stomach is like our second brain. Our brain is actually our third brain. Our heart is our first brain. Our stomach is our second brain, and the brain is the third brain. So because of what's been going on in the world and how we have lived in a fear-based reality, we've been dealing with a lot of trauma. There's a lot of trauma in the solar plexus. You hold this trauma. Do you deal with things? Listen, I share from a place of authenticity. Before I started this channel, I dealt with a lot of anxiety. And even till today, I still get little drips and drabs of anxiety. But a lot of people deal with this on their journey. You could share in the chat if you'd like. So when we get these activations and clearings in the solar plexus region, it's not comfortable. So our stomachs are changing. And that, as you just shared out, our eating patterns are going to change. We might start eating a lot less food. And, we're spending more time in the sunlight. When we think of the solar plexus, the sun, it has that yellow color. So, even if you spend some time and you go out on the beach or just lay out, wherever you are. I know some people, we shared on Zoom last night. Some people can't make it to a beach. Take the time to lay out in the sun. It actually makes your tum-tum feel better. Your tum-tum feels better. But this is a very important message for all of you because I've only experienced this once in my life. And this person that I was dealing with a couple days ago, she was very uncomfortable and scared. And I said, listen, I went through this a couple of years ago. And you might get this blast of energy go through you. You know your homeostasis. You know if you could go to the bathroom with ease, usually on your journey. Is that you? If there's anyone in the chat right now that also at this time is dealing with this massive constipation, you can't go to the bathroom no matter what you do. We're talking about poop on our everyday lives today. Don't go anywhere. So I actually experienced this once in my life, and we're trying to have a good time, but it was one of the most uncomfortable feelings that I've ever had. I'm usually very regular, and that might be you on your journey. But this one period of my life, I just, no matter what, something happened, and couldn't go to the bathroom for days, and it was so uncomfortable. You were feeling it build up, and recently this person was sharing she was feeling it build up, and I'm so uncomfortable. You got to take the milk of magnesia. I drank it twice, and all of a sudden the tubes were untied and everything started going. Even I read earlier in the chat, usually the coffee works, the coffee will not work. So you got to get the magnesia in there, and just get it flowing again. It is a very uncomfortable feeling. When you think of that massive heat that goes through you, it's like a burst of heat with an activation of your solar plexus chakra. What does chakra mean? Again, it means spinning wheel of energy. And many people, they're dealing with a lot of anxiety in these last few years, especially in recent times. We're dealing with this anxiety. So, we're getting this activational energy, and, you might not be able to go to the bathroom. Or you might get this activation, and so your stomach is all swollen. So you're going to have a lot of water retention in the area. Your stomach looks all swollen. Whether you are, maybe during the time period of constipation, or you might just be randomly, just sitting around, and you might shift yourself. Oh my God, I know a guy. Are you dealing with stomach issues? Why don't you share in the chat? We're an authentic channel, and the solar plexus chakra, it's going on. I'll serve the people during this time period. Your solar plexus might be going off the charts. You ain't dying. You're experiencing ascension symptoms. So that's why I lead the charge, and a lot of people are feeling these symptoms. So you're dealing with energies in your solar plexus region, and you might have the experience where you absolutely can't go to the bathroom no matter what, or you are just shifting yourself nonstop, and it's all coming out, it's all purging out, and you said, what the heck's going on right now? So all of these things are happening because as I shared, and remember, each person is in a different state of their awakening journey. So like I shared years ago, I went through this activation, and that was something that was uncomfortable. The preparation to accept, and there's no right or wrong when maybe you're, starting to wake up or start to activate or come online, or it's time to purge. The urge to purge. Remember the urge? Write it. If you have the urge to purge, write it in the chat. The urge to purge. You are being prepared for what's about to happen. Yeah. I know a lot of people get scared about that, but we're losing the fear and the anxiety of the fake matrix, and some people are fearful and afraid of what's actually about to happen. It's called the day of the Lord's vengeance. And a lot of your stomachs are feeling it right now. It's going to be a September to remember. Oh yeah. September is a very special time period. Remember when you were a child and you had to go to those satanic indoctrination camps known as schools? Remember that? Remember you would get all nervous in your stomach? Why don't you share in the chat? Share in the comments the abuse you had, right? The mental abuse. You had to do all this nonsense in school. You had these standardized tests. Remember the standardized test? You got to take this state test. And if you don't perform well on this state test, your life is going to be falling apart. Do you remember that on your journey? You remember those sick schools? The schools that made children sick because they cast these spells in September. Remember what happened in September? What was it, in 2001? We have to be focused like a laser beam on September. It's going to be a September to remember. I remember on my journey. I'm going to just keep going like wars. Last September was a September to remember, and we have to realize, because the truth cannot be told. It could only be realized that September is a very special time. That's why they start the year in September, right? You got to go back to the year. You got to go back in September. All these things that happen in September, things that actually end. It's a 9-month. The ending. It's a September to remember. Your stomach is being prepared for what's about to happen. If you are feeling symptoms in your stomach region right now, why don't you please share them in the comments and share them in the chat? Because it helps others realize that this is actually happening. This is a spiritual change. This is stuff that we can't. If you are moving forward with the matrix programming, and this is what they taught me, and this is what they say on the TV. Yeah, the TV. Yeah, they told you on the TV. Yeah. Well, they didn't talk about the solar plexus chakra on the TV. Got to wake up now. So when you all share that you are all experiencing activations and symptoms and purging and constipation and diarrhea at this time period, your solar plexus chakra is, remember, what is anxiety? It's fear of the future. We hold that, so our solar plexus chakra is kind of giving us a little early warning signal. Is there anyone in the chat that feels things that are coming up this September? So your solar plexus is getting prepped, the preparation to accept. Solar flash, the energy, everything is connected. You see how I connect it all together for you light warriors? Some people say, oh, he's a spiritual wackadoo. There's no solar plexus chakra. Actually, if you did your research in the ancient Sanskrit, this has been going on way before the television. Yeah, the solar plexus chakra means spinning wheel of energy. Look it up. This is an age where we have to, take back our sovereignty. Don't start listening to false. Don't even listen to me. I'm here guiding you. If you feel this is interesting, you say, oh, maybe maybe he's just talking about spiritual wackadoo stuff. Look up solar plexus chakra and look up the chakra. It says spinning wheel of energy. Then you start diving into it. You say, wow, this is amazing. Hear ye, hear ye. Thank you. I love that name. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. We're going through changes right now. Even myself on my journey, I'm losing more support, and I have to step forth and start doing things on my own. And, a lot of us are losing our safety and security of the matrix. And when, we have been accustomed to it our entire lives. It's new to us. It's brand new. So we're taking a free fall right now. We're taking a free fall, and we're getting this anxiety, this fear of the future. And they programmed us that, oh, you got to be careful. Oh, you're going to lose this. It's like, I actually was talking to a friend on the beach a little while back. And I said, how you doing? And he said to me, seriously, he's like, I'm just trying not to lose everything. And it's sad, but it's a true statement. A lot of people feel that. Is that you right now? you feel like, oh, I'm just trying not to lose everything. And that's not how we're supposed to live. We're going to learn how to thrive in the end days. We're not only going to survive, we are going to thrive in the end days. And, we have to go deeper and deeper into these topics. And I'm very, again, grateful for all the support on Patreon. We had a tremendous Zoom meeting last night. And I'd like to do more and more of these Zoom meetings. And your support on Patreon is really appreciative. And we have to go into detail about each and every one, because, and a lot of people didn't realize, said, wow, they learned so many things last night. When you really go real deep into these things, everything, you say, wow, oh, now it starts making sense now. So, we were bombarded with all these attacks, the spiritual attacks, all of these things that messed up our solar plexus region. And if you're a person, it's great if you guys share in the chat. Same on Zoom. Some people like to share, and some people, they just like to sit on their light ship and just hover above the Zoom. And that's okay, everyone is different. But if you'd like to share in the comments, if you're dealing with, symptoms, you could share. Mike Carlson, thank you so much for the support. We fear the future when we manifest from our past. Zoom was awesome. Jump in, Patriots. I appreciate the support on Zoom, Mike, and promoting the Zoom. You should check it out. The link is in the description. Varun Simmons, thank you so much for the support. I'm really grateful for all of you. I'm living proof that we have to have self-love for ourselves. We cannot be abused by our employers, our systems, our institutions. Don't get abused. Don't have your body physically abused. Allow them to unlawfully fire you and create your new reality. AQ, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Hiva, thank you so much. Follow the pathless path. That's really interesting. That's a beautiful. There really is no path. I did this, the sign of 1111. We're going into overtime today. Do you see 1111 on your path? And 1111 is just telling you that you're on your path, because there really is no path. See, like the spiritual guru. Do you know the spiritual guru? Are they out there? The spiritual gurus, I'll tell you, no one can tell you your path. So 1111 just says you're on the right path. Whatever the right path is, I don't know what the answer is. No one can tell, only you can. You have your personal journey and path. And if you're new to this, Dolores Cannon spoke about the waves of volunteers. We all came in here for a spiritual mission, and your mission might be different than others. Sawbone Sore, thank you so much. Yes, I had a stomach bug all last week. A lot of people are experiencing the activations, the symptoms, and listen, I share very authentically. Most of my issues have come in the stomach region over the course of my life, because I was a person that was, listen, I'm the empath. I try to follow all the rules. I said, oh, they're going to do this at work. And then at the most important pinnacle moment, the lion rose up, and I said, oh, you want me to hurt my own body just so I could keep my job? I said, go F yourself, and you have to rise up right now. You have to keep moving forward. Please smash the like button if you're actually feeling the solar plexus chakra stuff. We of liberty and freedom, thank you so much. Been having severe anxiety and gut issues for decades. It's been a lot better though. My doctors were poisoning me with their fake stuff. I quit them. Yeah, it's true. And that's why they say a lot of times, I used to teach about this. Remember, you watch these. You ever watch these commercials on the TV, and you see these people? They're so happy. Hey, I took this drug, and they say possible side effects are. They tell you right to your face. Do you ever watch that on the TV? They say possible side effects are. Listen, we have to trade things off. I can't tell anyone's path. You know, sometimes we have to take something and because we desperately need help, and we're going to have to deal with those possible side effects are. But the more, you know, I feel that the hidden knowledge of the plants and all these and the herbs should not be hidden from the people. Maybe they won't get the possible side effects are. So yeah, we purge the stuff in the solar plexus, and you might have the urge to purge if you're just tuning in. If you're having little issues in your tummy, do you like the world famous thumbnail? Let me know. You might be feeling that your stomach is off, but remember, you ain't dying. You're gonna be okay. We have to research chakra, spinning wheel of energy. So your stomach, it might be swollen. I shared about this. I could go to the gym. I could blast out the abs all day long. My stomach will be swollen during this time periods. Ascension comes first. Write it in the chat. Ascension comes first. I'm hard on myself too. I said, oh, what happened to my stomach? Got to do more abs. Doesn't matter. Ascension comes first. So I think I got it on Etsy. I think it was Etsy. Yeah, isn't it tremendous? It's beautiful. It's like a self-portrait. But you have to be ready at this time period. You need to harness the full armor of God. Don't be, don't be fearful. Again, anxiety is fear of the future, and we don't want to succumb to these energies. We need to move forward with the full armor of God. I'm grateful for your support. I am sure that many people are dealing with stomach issues at this time. We have to really reflect and say, who are the people that are causing these stomach issues over the course of time that people developed all of these densities in their stomach? Frank, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. Went from 3 plates of matrix food to 1/2 a plate a day of organic food. Never hungry now. Yeah, Frank, I'm actually noticing the change myself. Again, I will share, some days I don't feel, it's probably because I spend more time in the sun. Some days I'm not as hungry, but I'm definitely eating less than I have in the past. Harley Ray Crystal Shop, thank you so much for the support. Grand Rising from California. We love your channel. Well, and I love you too. So if you live in California, you should check out the Harley Ray Crystal Shop. I bet you that she has tremendous crystals. I'm going to promote your crystal shop now. That's how the 5th dimension works. If you live in California, why don't you Google Harley Ray Crystal Shop and check it out. I'm sure it's tremendous. No, I love going to the crystal shop, and I will say, through my ability of class, some crystal shops I feel the energy, I feel so good, and some crystal shops I said I have to get out of here. It's true. So the crystals really do hold energy. I'm very sensitive to it, and in the past I wouldn't have realized this, but these crystals are the holistic house. Yeah. So, the crystals are good. Get your crystals out for your solar plexus right now. I forget offhand. You could share in the chat. What are the crystals? Okay, ready? What are the crystals that you need for your solar plexus healing? And you should go to Harley Ray Crystal Shop in California. It's great. This is the best channel and community in the face of the earth. So, take the time to... really work on yourself. Self-care at this time. You need self-care for your stomach, your tummy. Share this video link with the hashtag Ascension Symptoms, solar plexus. Get these hashtags, share these videos, and if you're watching on the live, when I'm finished here, why don't you go back into this video and leave your comments if you're feeling so, because some people might say this is crazy. And a lot of people are saying, you know what? I am receiving this energy, and it's not like people say, I'm doing the right thing. Why am I having all of these weird symptoms? Because we're actually taking in through our DNA receptors, light and sound reception and transmission. We're receiving the energies for the purge, and some people are numb to these energies. So, don't feel down on yourself. You're having these ascension symptoms. You have the urge to purge. You're going through all this crazy shift. Remember, we're activating our light bodies. We're going to be living hundreds of years now. We don't age. I don't age, light warriors. I evolve. Write it in the chat. Write it in the comments. I do not age. I evolve. Yeah. And that's what we're going. We're going through an evolutionary journey. We're purging all the densities for our entire life. And this is the message that people need at this time. Our solar plexus is picking up something, and we are getting the preparation to accept. So we are ready for what's about to happen. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. Yeah. We can't stop the solar flash. There's nothing we could do about it. So we have to accept it. We talk about the Schumann resonance on this channel. If you're new to it, we live in the Schumann resonance. We can't stop it. We have to evolve with it. We have to be ready for what's about to happen. God bless each and every one of you. If you're going through these solar plexus activations, you're ready. Don't worry about it. I know it's kind of shifty. Got a little shifty shift. Oh, it's a crazy time. It really is a crazy time. So, yeah. Just go roll with the punches. Self-care. Time alone if you have to. When you go through stomach issues, it's always best to be alone. It could be a little embarrassing or something, but it's okay. So I'm grateful for all your support, and I'm really grateful for all of your support on Patreon. And I really, in September, our goal is to grow our Patreon. So if you'd like to join our Patreon, if you'd like to move up to the 8 Dimensions of Wellness tier, I'm very grateful for the support on Patreon. The 8 Dimensions of Wellness. Go to the Patreon, scroll to the 8 Dimensions of Wellness, and let's keep growing that community. Because our life is dictated by 8 dimensions, not just one. And that's why last night's video on the Hawkins scale of vibrational consciousness, if you take that video and if you move forward with your life, your life will totally change. And if you were part of last night's Zoom, please leave in the comments what you learned from that scale of consciousness. Spiritual Jacob, thank you so much. I thought only a select few people would activate. Can people like us really activate as well? Of course. They lied to you, Spiritual Jacob. When I share about the 144,000, it's not an exact number of people. It's actually a DNA activation. That world famous video is on the chat. On the channel page. Remember, 1 + 4 + 4 is 9. Tesla said, if you knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, you would hold the keys to the universe. You hold the keys within your cellular DNA. It's within you, child. It's time to wake up now. Everyone can do it, but you do it through free will. It's free will. It's the law of the universe. Yeah, the law of the universe. So I love you all. The recording of last night's Zoom will be up on Patreon today. So grateful for the support on Patreon. Links are in the description and pinned above. Grateful for the support. Keep going. Share, share, share. It's the greatest support. The greatest support is sharing this channel. The teacher of the new earth. I told you, kid. I love you all.